Cheers, mate. Right, Glenn, we're outside Musgrave Police Station, and you're in sending your bail once again. How often have you been sending your bail for?
I I've been yes, I have to sign bail every week. At the five start, I had to travel down to the Lisburn town centre for 3.5 months, 14 miles there, 14 miles home. Uh to sign bail there. Then I got lifted. It was banned from Belfast City Centre for 3.5 months, and I got that lifted.
So you're just out of court today, and we can't say too much because we've got strict orders from the solicitor. But what we can say is that there has been a cultural expert brought in, and he has looked at it, and it's now getting given to the police, the PF, for them to look at.
Well, what it is, they got a cultural expert witness for me. The report was handed to the PSNI and the Public Prosecution Service. So within 7 days, it's up to the police and the Public Prosecution Service whether to to keep this case going ahead. If it's still going to prosecute me, my trial starts on the 1st of December. So it's up to the PSNI today and the Public Prosecution Service. They could either drop it in 7 days or else take me to trial on the 1st of December.
So I'm cutting you off because I need to be careful we don't say the wrong things because this is how can we say it? The kind of words that are being used, it's a one-off case, never been seen before. It's a political prosecution, and yeah, it's a very strange case. Everybody's aware of that, all the legal team, and even the prosecution are sitting there going, "What have we got ourselves into?" What do you think?
I know it's terrible the way they're treating me. It's just because last year I went down to a rally down Belfast City Centre. There was the school children murdered over in Southport. So I went down, solidarity, and other people went down. And there was a left-wing communist at the other side, and there was dissident INLA members at it and provisional IRA members, well-known faces who I knew, and they didn't arrest them, they arrested me.
They arrested you for directing the rats?
Yes, the police said to me in the box, Glenn, we believe you were directing the far-right race rats and rallies, and I says it wasn't. Then they said to me, Glenn, you in contact with people in England. They were referring to my past membership of the British National Party, National Front or Britain First.
You were never a part of the National Front, were you?
No, I was never part of National Front. I was in the BNP for about 15 years, 17 years. I joined it to learn about immigration, about everything. But I wouldn't like the UK to be taken over with Islamic laws. But I'm fearful for my children in the future.
And this is the thing, a lot of people will be wondering why I keep interviewing you. Because this is important of what's going on. This is important to us, as you see the support that we get driving by here. It's important to our culture, our traditions. It's important to every single one of you out there that are awakening right now and thinking about saying something about what's going on, because this is what we do. We're telling you what's going on, and this is what's happening to our men who are highlighting it. How long have you been doing this for, Glenn?
Well,
how long were you aware of the threat from Islam?
I've been aware of that from, let's say, about 20 odd years, but I joined the BNP 2004 or 2005, and I've been in it for years. I listened to Brigadier Enoch Paul's speeches. I love it. I came out and I spoke, and people in the Shank Road, like times that didn't really know, but I sold newspapers in the Shank Road. I sold thousands of them, the BNP newspapers. What's happened? I leafleted it up in Woodfields Stew Farm, and I leafleted all the houses, and I had my regular.
This was a political party.
Yes, this is a political party,
and nothing illegal about this. But it's just the topic. The topic comes across as if you're racist and you're far right. Are you racist?
No, I'm not racist. I just believe in my own country being British. Things, just the British way of life. I don't like these Muslim gangs coming into England, Islam for UK, or else these Muslim Brotherhood.
Or the what do you call them? The Muslim Defence League.
The Muslim Defence League. They've taken over areas and different parts of areas in England. All they've taken over. Plus another thing is, well, Mark, I wouldn't. Belfast City Hall, it's going to be in the end of November. I wouldn't like to see the Hamas flag flying on top of Belfast City Hall. I think that the British government, the DUP, UUP and TUV shouldn't let it happen, because the provisional IRA has got guns and bombs from these Palestinians from
The
their
PLO, yes, back in
Yes,
the 80s, yes,
yes,
that's correct.
that's
So
right.
there's a connection there. So we can see all these connections. We can see how Sinn Féin's letting not only not only the Protestants down, it's all meant to be equality, as we see it's not with the flag. We see Soldier F, we see the Irish language, and we see the Palestinian flag going up, the Union flag coming down. But they're also letting their own community down, aren't they, by pushing this madness with mass immigration?
Yes, it's all these left-wing communist groups, and I believe that the British government, I Labour, they're a left-wing communist group, and it seems ruining the country. And I've read things years ago, I've seen things. Maggie Thatcher was complaining about immigration. If a lot of people say so Margaret Thatcher, in her day, she wouldn't have allowed immigration to take over. She would have sent the SAS out to fix these Islamic groups in England, doing bomb attacks and doing all these different things.
Well, I think the SAS have been involved in a couple of things that because they're keeping everything quiet right now. You know what I mean? We've got school children hiding under their tables because of a foreigner walking about the grounds. Everybody's on high alert. You know what I mean? Everybody's in high alert right now because of the threat from Islamists, and it's simply because we've let them into our country. It's absolute madness, mate, isn't it?
Yes, I remember a few years ago, there was a fella in Northern Ireland, a Muslim fella, Abbas Boutrob. He was in court and all, and he was in Maghaberry prison for like bomb making components.
In Northern Ireland?
Yes, in Northern Ireland a few years ago. So a few of my friends from the Shankill Road, they got him within Maghaberry prison in the canteen. They grabbed him by a beard, and they start to swing Abbas Boutrob around the canteen with his beard.
I don't know. I don't think. I can't say that. Right. Listen, right. So we'll wrap it up. Right. So, right, straight face. Right. So, Glenn, it's been a long journey for you. I believe it's a political prosecution. I think it's another target, another attack on one of our Protestant unionist loyalist community. Whether you were ever involved, you were never involved in the Power Maltese, but you supported the Power Maltese. And that's the way it was. There was men and women on both sides that supported the Power Maltese, but weren't involved in the Power Maltese. And you're being persecuted today, not because you're a Power Maltese, not because you're racist, not because you're far right, but simply because you have memorabilia and a booklet from that a pastor wrote.
Yes, Mark, this is a way of it here. So what it was, after 1 year, the Public Prosecution Service came out. After 1 year, they say about these Loyalist Power Multi things, the painting of Lieutenant Colonel Lenny Murphy, the banneret of Billy Reid says UFFC company on it. My mate was murdered, Alan Bucky McCulloch. The mother give it to me. I just put it in my cubbyhole up in my house. I didn't display them on my walls. And the Public Prosecution Service is doing this because it's me. They're making me out as a bad character putting these power multi things out. I had Loyalist Regalia, UVF, UDA, the whole lot, and that's what I says. I looked up to UVF, UDA, and Red Hand Commando, and during the Troubles, Mark, my heroes in the Troubles was Lieutenant Colonel Lenny Murphy, John Bingham, Frenchy Marchant, and Trevor King. And there's nothing wrong with it. And I was, me and my mate was listening to a TikTok the other day, and these ones was on talking about us. They were talking about me and all, and condemning me, saying that
Dissidents, I heard about this. They were talking about me, you, Pinky, quite a few of us.
And the dissidents was talking about me, saying that I idolised Lenny Murphy, and that they were condemning me because I like Brigadier Enoch Paul. But at the end of the day, the Republicans, the dissidents, and the RA ones, they have our heroes. My heroes was Lenny Murphy, John Bingham, Frenchy Marchant, and Trevor King. And there's nothing wrong with it.
So how do you feel right now of what you're going through? No, don't just tell me how you're feeling about everything you've went through and having the same bail, the pressures, the stress.
I feel terrible about it, and all. It's putting a strain on me and strain on my family. Having to go to sign bail every week. Then having to appear in court at times. I can't even sort things out in my life. I put everything on a standstill to me, and I can't enjoy life.
And you can't go to any demos?
Yes, I can't go on any demos. If I go to any demos, I'll be arrested by the police and drove straight up to Maghaberry prison and remanded.
So guys, that's it in a nutshell. Thank you so much, mate. So that's it. This is the problem. You know, this is persecution, this is political prosecution, and this is a one-sided, two-tier system in Northern Ireland run by Sinn Féin, where men like this are having the same bail for over a year, while other men are able to do exactly what he's doing and getting off scot free. We've seen the Palestinians up at Cave Hill shooting from the river to the sea, but yet we see patriotic media having the police at our door because she says Islam, fuck Islam. You know what I mean? It's like if they're basically asking for genocide of the Jews. You know, that's worse than saying fuck Islam, guys. You know what I mean? So things need to be right. We've got free speech in Northern Ireland, and you know that's what we're going to keep. You know, we're allowed to criticise the government. We're allowed to criticise ideologies, especially ideologies that are running amok in both our countries. Any final words, Glenn?
Another thing, Mark, if I get jailed over this, I'll still have the same views. I'm a British patriot, like, and I just believe in standing up for my country.
So you'll be doing the exact same thing when you come out.
Yes. Well, if I get jailed, I'll be coming out. I'll still have the same views as Brigadier Enoch Paul and all.
So when you get out of jail, you'll be right back at it.
Yes, I'll be right back at it, Mark. If I get jailed here, I'll come out. I'll still have the Brigadier Enoch Paul views. I want the United Kingdom to be British and all. And the thing that's on my mind now, I don't want this terrorist Hamas flag flying up at Belfast City Hall. At the end, it's what I said earlier. The British government, DUP, UUP, and TUV shouldn't be allowing this. It's a terrorist organisation.
So that's the message from all the patriots in Northern Ireland, especially from our community. We are not scared of prison. We're not scared of court. Yes, it's a pain in the fucking arse, but we will never stop. You ever going to stop?
No, I'll never. I'll just be a British patriot until the day I die.
British patriots until the day we die. I'm Freedom Dad, and
God bless.
God bless, guys.